Periscope. So here we go. Let's get right to it. This man hails from Lexington, Kentucky. He's a longtime resident of the city. He is making his stand-up debut, and he's actually brought props. He's a modern-day Carrot Top. People are very excited. Everyone welcome Ryan Lemons to the stage.
Now listen, I'm not really a joke teller, I'm more of a storyteller. So what I'm going to do, I've got 5 of my favorite stories. I think they're in this fishbowl, and you guys are just going to pass them around, and you're going to pull out one story at a time, and we'll tell that story. And when I tell it, just laugh your ass off. Act like you've never laughed so hard before in your life. It's the funniest thing you've ever heard. All right, so what's our first story?
Matt Jones.
Matt Jones. Good one to start with. My man Matt Jones is probably the smartest person I've ever met. I mean, he is brilliant, and he's very good at what he does on the radio. Don't you agree? He's very, very good. But when he takes his Matt Jones hat off, he's like a little kid. A guy that forgets to pay his electric bill, electric gets shut off. Forgets to pay his tag on his car, and then he gets pulled over and almost gets thrown in jail because he's got a warrant out for him. Now here's the thing though. He doesn't cut his toenails, but I'll give him this. When you go to a restaurant with him, it's a treat you've never had before. And my family, we do this every time. When you go to lunch with Matt or a dinner, guaranteed at one point during the meal, he's going to go, "Ma'am! Ma'am! Can I get a Diet Coke? Ma'am! Ma'am! Can I get some more nachos? Ma'am! Ma'am!" So listen, the best restaurant in the history of the world has sent you a present, Matt. They said you're welcome at any time. Rodney's on Broadway in Georgetown. There we go. All right, next story. What's the fishbowl? Next story.
Cat story.
Ooh. This was PG-13, I'm warning you right now. Before I met and married my beautiful wife, Amanda, I was married before, and she had cats. And when you work the late news, you don't get home till midnight, so sometimes you sleep in the morning. So I'm asleep one morning, and she comes running in and starts screaming, "Ryan, get up! The dogs have got Snowball!" So I immediately get up, run outside, and I hear the dogs, and the cat's barking, and it's a big fight out in my yard. I go right in the middle of them. I grab the cat, and I look up, and there's 2 ladies staring at me because they were out walking. They saw what was going on. Only then do I realize I'm in my boxer shorts. And only then do I realize they're white boxer shorts with big red hearts on them that I got for Valentine's Day. And only then do I realize the crotch is completely ripped out of them. And only then do I realize I've got a major morning missile. So I'm picking up the cat, and these ladies are looking at me, and what are you going to do? And he's standing there like, and run back inside. Next story. What's the fishbowl? What is it?
Rob Bromley.
Rob Bromley. How many people love Rob Bromley? He's the greatest man in the world. He recently won an award as one of the greatest sportscasters in Kentucky, and well deserved. So I was filling in on Dick Gabriel's radio show one time, and we called Rob to get on just to congratulate him. So we talked for a while and said, "Rob, look, you're an icon in this town. We love you. You're great. We all look up to you." And this is what Rob said. "Ryan, I tell you, it's been a great career here in Lexington, all the way from Coach Hall to John Calipari. I wouldn't trade a minute of it. And you know how I know that it's been a great and successful career?" "Well, how, Rob?" "Because I've never had to do 1 second of sports talk radio." Hang on. Next story. Coach Potts. Coach Potts. Coach Potts was my college baseball coach, and he was literally seriously 5 foot tall, and he had a real high pitched voice. "Fellas, baseball is a simple game. You hit the ball, you catch the ball, you throw the ball." Well, when we go on road trips at Kentucky West, we didn't have a big bus, we had vans, and he'd make all the freshmen ride in his van, and he'd put all the upperclassmen in another van. And he'd drive to the game, but on the way home, he'd always go in the back and sleep. I mean, he's this tall, so he could stretch out in the back of the van. But he had this innate ability. As soon as somebody farted, he would wake up immediately. So keep in mind, I'm with freshman college baseball players stinking up his van, and the language that came out of that man's mouth, he would wake up in a second. So we would have to hold it in because we knew if it would happen, he was gonna scream up waiting at us. And so he'd be asleep in the back of the van, and all of a sudden somebody would fart, and he'd wake up. "Which one of you guys farted in my van? I want to right now. Chip, pull over right now. Which one of you guys farted in my van?" So every time somebody farts in my house, that's what we say. It's Coach Potts fart. All right, last story. I got one more. Alan Cutler. Is that the last one? Cutler and I worked together for 12 years at Channel 18. I love Alan Cutler. He is a great guy. He and I had our battles. He's got stories on me, just like I've got stories on him. But the best one happened. You got a picture where we are. It's 1997, SEC tournament, Memphis, Tennessee, in the shadows of the pyramid. Kentucky's making this great run. They're going to win another SEC tournament. And it's like 10 minutes to the 11 o'clock news. It's me and Sean Woods, who's been with us, and Cutler's supposed to be there. 10 minutes till, no Cutler. 5 minutes till, you know this one. 5 minutes till, no Cutler. 2 minutes, no Cutler. And we look and we see him running up the hill. I'm coming, Bubs! I'll be there! So finally he gets up and he goes, big story. Can't tell you. I want to tell you on the air so you get your reaction. So 5, 4, 3, 2. Nancy Cox tosses it out to me. Thanks, Nancy. We're out here in the shadows of the pyramid, getting ready for the SEC tournament. Ryan Lemon, Sean Woods, joined by Alan Cutler, who apparently has breaking news. That's right, Ryan. I have exclusively learned that Ole Miss is about to hire a new head basketball coach. A black man! And he stared for like 15 seconds. I look at Sean Woods, and you can read his mouth. He goes, that is my Alan Cutler. Thank you guys for the great audience. Everybody, thank you for coming. Tip the raise the lights on the way out.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ryan Lemon, give it up for you. Oh, you can do better than that.